everyone. It was kind of rare to hear Reverend Tweed not pray about Pharaoh. But before I start, I'd like to say this. We must pause to recognize those who have gone before us. I think in particular of my grandfather, George Dickinson. I think of my uncle, Dilton Dickinson. But most of all, I think of someone who would have loved to be here at this moment, who would have loved to know the outcome of that election, Sister Rita Peniston. So I ask that we just take 30 seconds just to honor those who have gone on before us. And I thank you. Sisters and brothers, last year I had a song on my heart. This year I have another song on my heart, unlike the song from last year. This year, I have a song by the Winans running through my head. It looks like I can feel the breaking of day. I'm not going to sing it, but it looks like I can feel the breaking of day. If I could give this, what I'm about to say, a title, I would call it Lessons from the Storm. Lessons from the Storm. It's one thing about hurricanes and Bermuda, it's things that happen that I feel are uniquely Bermudian. Number one, there are avocado pears galore. Number two, you got to see houses that you never knew were there. Number three, despite the advice of Brother Keynes and Brother Simmons, stay in your house, we still go out sightseeing. But there are some media lessons that I think we can glean from after the storm. One thing is this: the storm makes you reflect and think about and appreciate other times. The storm makes you appreciate other times and look forward to better times. Another thing about the storm, there's a calm after the storm. There's a calm. Read between the lines in what I'm saying here. There's a calm. Everyone is happy. The birds are singing again. Social looks normal again. There's a calm. But the one thing about a storm that I love about this island is that it brings us together. No one cares about age. No one cares about what you ate. No one cares about what you had on. Everybody comes together and rolls up their sleeves to ensure that Bermuda becomes a better place. Brothers and sisters, we have come through a storm. It is now after the storm. It's now that we must roll up our sleeves and pull together. I applaud Sister Angela Young, who had this vision. She said, Shannon, we're gonna get the schools ready. How can we do it? She said, I want to just get volunteers and just hit all the schools. She got discouraged at first, but she did it. So to Angela Young and to everybody that rolled up their sleeves, thank you. Thank you. We applaud your efforts. And you don't understand how that effort is magnified in the eyes and through the eyes of our students, who a lot of times feel like nobody cares. Thank you for your effort. I think of Colonel Birch, who called days after the election and said, Brother James, we need to talk. He said, we need to get the schools ready for my children, is what he said. He didn't say for those children, or he said for my children. Bermuda, it's time, it's time. Roll up your sleeves, it's time. I think of the power of the collective voice. That election showed us the power of the collective. Now it's time to take it a step further, because we always talk about economic power, but now is the time to revisit the co-op movement, yes? Now it's time to get that economic collective going. It's time, Bermuda, it's time. The storm is over. We need all hands on deck. Wherever the faith shall lead us, forget that. We cannot let the faith take us. We have to be the masters of our fate. We have to design our own course. And when we do it together, what I love about when we do it together is, if we fail, we did it together. When we succeed, we can look at each other and say, we did it. We can look at each other and say, the collective once again reigns supreme. I think of Brother Keynes, who has an initiative where he needs volunteers to go and help our young, disenfranchised male youth. He needs you. He has a counselor program. He needs you, Bermuda. It's time to roll up your sleeves and get in. So once again, the storm is over. It looks like I can feel the breaking of day. Oh, what joy breaking forth in my soul. Thank you, Bermuda. Have a wonderful Labor Day.